Hey everybody. So I'm gonna show y'all how I do my seafood boils. Um so I have some snow crab clusters here. I have some crawfish, some jumbo shrimp. I have my sausage here. I finally found some beef sausage, so I'm excited. My eggs, baby red potatoes. Here I have some scallops, some corn on the cob, and my seasonings. I have some Old Bay, some Creole seasoning. This is some shrimp and crab boil liquid, and I also have some more crab seasoning here, and I have some lemon lime juice, a fresh lemon. I forgot to buy some more lemons, so I only got one. And then I'm also going to be making a sauce to go with it, and I'm going to show y'all how I do that too. Okay guys, so you're going to need a big deep pot, deep enough so that all of your seafood can fit in there. So what I did was fill the pot about a quarter of the way, because what we're doing is steaming all of your seafood. The seafood is already done. Basically, you're just steaming it to get it nice and hot. So we're gonna let this kind of get hot, maybe come up to a boil, and then I'll show y'all the next step. Okay, so once you got your water very hot or to a boil, you're going to add in your corn, potatoes, and eggs only. You're going to add this in first and let this cook for a little bit because you need your eggs to boil. You need your potatoes to get soft, and you want your corn to cook a little bit. So you're going to add all of this in first. So I'm just going to drop all of this in. That's just so this has time to cook before you add in your seafood, because seafood does not take long to cook at all. So also to the pot, I'm going to add in some of the shrimp and crab boil, a good amount because I got a lot of seafood that I'm making. I'm going to add in some Old Bay. I'm going to add in a little bit of Creole seasoning. And I'm also going to add in some of this crab seasoning. I just found this seasoning at my store. You can use any brand crab seasoning. Add some of that in there. And then you want to let this do its thing for a little while, boil. You can even cover it and let it do its thing for a little while. Okay, you guys, so while you have your corn and potatoes and things getting soft in the pot, you're going to cook up your sausage and your scallops. You don't have to have scallops in yours, obviously, if you don't want, but I don't add my scallops to the pot. I pan sear my scallops and leave them on the side. I don't add it actually into the pot with the other seafood. And I also brown up my sausages. So that's what I'm going to do now while I'm waiting for the other things to cook. So to a pan, I added some butter. I'm gonna let that melt. I like to sear my scallops in butter. It just gives it a really good taste. I'm not gonna add any seasoning. I'm just gonna sear them just like that in the butter once it melts. Okay, so my butter is just about melted, and I'm just going to add my scallops in. And I'm going to give it a nice sear on both sides. Get it nice and brown on each side. Also, what I'm going to do while my potatoes and things are getting soft is I'm going to brown up my sausages a little. You can cut your sausages however way you want, in whatever shape. I'm not going to use the whole thing of sausage because I think I'm the only one that likes them. So I'm just going to make a few for me, and I'll save the rest. Okay, so my scallops and my sausages are done. They are nice and brown. And I'm just going to leave them on this plate and set them to the side until the rest of the seafood is done. Okay, guys, so I'm going to show you how I make the sauce for my seafood. So what you're going to need, I'm going to use 2 sticks of butter. margarine, butter, whatever you want to use. You're gonna need 2 sticks. Well, I'm gonna need 2 sticks. You're gonna let that melt a little. So what I have here is a cut up onion. I cut mine like this because I like to have the big chunks in the seafood sauce like B loves. So I cut mine like this. And you use as much or as little onion as you want in the sauce. That's up to you. This was a whole, about like a medium sized onion, and I'm gonna put that in there. So once your butter is melted or just about melted, that's when you're going to go in with the onions to let these kind of cook down and get a little softer. So once those are cooked down just a little bit, what you're going to need is some sweet chili sauce or some sweet and tangy, some type of sweet and tangy, whatever brand sauce you can find. I have this one, Panda Express brand, and you're going to add some of that in there. Give that a really good mix. You're also going to add in some Creole seasoning. Some black pepper. Red pepper flakes. You can leave out the red pepper flakes if you don't want it too spicy, because the Creole seasoning is a little spicy as well. I'm also going to put in some parsley flakes. And some crushed garlic or fresh garlic if you have. Give this a good mix. So you want to give this a good stir. You want to taste it and see if you need anything else. You can add some more salt. You can add more pepper, more whatever, based on your taste. And you're going to turn your fire to low. I'm also going to add a little lemon or lime juice. And stir that up really good. I'm going to turn this to low and just let it simmer until everything is done. Okay guys, so I have this boiling for about, so you're going to put this stuff in, and once it comes to a boil, you're going to wait about 15-20 minutes, let it boil up. And before you add in anything else, you can like poke your potatoes to see how tender they are, because you want them to kind of be almost done. And I use the baby red potatoes, so they're not going to take that long. You want them to be kind of almost done before adding in your seafood, because like I said, the seafood does not take long at all to cook, and you don't want your shrimp and all that other stuff to get mushy. So my potatoes are nice and tender, so I am going to start adding in the other seafood. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna go in with are my crab leg clusters. And that's why I said you need a big enough and a deep enough pot so that everything fits in there. Next, I'm gonna go in with my crawfish, my mussels. These are live mussels. Got those bad boys in there. And now I'm going to add in my shrimp. Try to stuff all this down in there. You could give it a mix if you could. Gotta get the mussels down in there. Get the shrimp down in there. And you want your fire on high right now because you want this to kind of come back up to a boil. Once you add all the seafood in there, it's kind of going to cool the water down. So you want to put your fire up high so that it can come back up to a boil again. Okay, so I'm just gonna put the top on this, smush it all down in there, put the top on that, and leave it for about 10 minutes. Okay guys, so it's been about 10 to 12 minutes and it should all be done. Now apparently when your mussels are done, they're supposed to open. If they don't open, then I guess that means that they are not good. So that's just a little tip for you guys. Crab legs are done, potatoes and things are done. When your shrimp is done, you will see them turn, I'm trying to get one out for y'all, you will see them turn pink like this. When your crawfish are done, they will turn a lighter red color. And yeah, so I'm going to plate this all up, put it in a pan, and then show you guys how it looks with the sauce and everything. And if you want, you can add your scallops and things into the pot at the very end, just so it can get warm again, or you don't have to. I'm not going to. I'm just gonna add it all in there because it's gonna get hot anyway once I put it in the pan. So yeah, I'm gonna plate it all up and I'm gonna show y'all what it looks like. Okay guys, so here is the seafood all nice and plated up. And I have my dipping sauces here. This is just regular tartar sauce and then the butter sauce that I just made. And then I poured some of the butter sauce over the seafood. You can, or you can just leave it on the side for dipping. And that's about it.